Hi, we are in week 4, and for the beginning of week 4, definitely make sure that you do your reading assignments. You're going to want to read chapters 7, 8, and 9 in Perspectives on Argument, and you're going to go ahead and view the chapter 7, 8, and 9 Prezi, so that will bring you up to speed with anything that I wanted you to kind of remember and keep track of in regards to those chapters. As you move further into the week, you will look at a short screencast on the discussion for explanation. For discussion number 4, I'm going to have you create a 10-question survey about your topic. So, for example, if you're dealing with footballs and concussion, you're going to want to think of 10 questions that you would want to know from the general public about this topic. Usually, what students do is try to think about things that they've discovered in their research so far and use that to help them build the questions. You're going to create that questionnaire in Google Forms. If you do want to use something else like SurveyMonkey or something like that, you can, but Google Forms is easy to use. Very accessible, and you can keep track of your results and have endless numbers of results. So that's why I, think it's a beneficial one. But when you watch the screencast, it's basically going to, have you move from start to finish, get into Google Drive, click on this, do that. But then you'll create those 10 questions and you're going to post it in the discussion number 4 forum. And I've given you the, how to get a Google account if you don't have one and all of that kind of stuff. But basically, you're going to post your form, your, survey link to your classmates, and then you'll complete 5 classmate surveys and take screenshots of each of the ones that you're completing. And then so really I'm looking for 2 posts from everybody, one with your survey and one with your Word doc with the screenshots of the surveys that you took. My suggestion though is that because you want to collect more than just research results from your class members, that you get that particular survey out via social media, email, any variety of ways that you think that you could get some people to answer. Usually we try to get at least 50 responses. 100 is kind of key in quantitative research, but don't worry about getting, that kind of number of results. If you do, that's great. But if you can at least try to get it out there in a variety of ways and get some answers to your questions, that will give you information to write about in your project number 3, where you're going to combine secondary research with primary research. All right, then I want you to do another annotated bib, the same exact directions as before. The only difference is this time you're doing 3 sources, 2 scholarly, so 2 peer-reviewed scholarly, and 1 popular. Some of you have already got a popular one, so then just make it 3 scholarly, because I gave you those comments. But you're going to do the same thing where each summary is going to be, in MLA format. On the first page is a works cited page, and then the summaries will be a page long each with the strongest rhetorical appeal, the article's purpose, and the intended audience. So you'll follow the exact same format, and that will then get you up to the 5 sources you need for project number 2. The next thing is that you'll want to look at the video presentation rubric. I explain the video presentation actually down here, and I'll get there in a minute, but at least you'll know what I'm going to grade you on for that particular assignment. And I gave you a link to sample video presentations from previous classes that I've worked with. And then you've got the study guide. This time, you're not going to have a matching section. You're going to simply have 5 short answer and 2 essay questions, and you just need to know the information from chapters 7, 8, and 9. And then, you'll, once you kind of get ready for that, you can take the test. The test is down here. And as always, everything's due on November 12th, but pace yourself throughout the week. You know what to do for discussion forum number 4. You're going to post your link to your survey and your responses to 5 classmates. Annotated bib number 2, same as annotated bib number 1. You're just adding a source. And test number 2 is different this time. You're just doing short answer and essay, but you will be able to, get ready after you've read the chapters and take that anytime this week. For the video presentation, you're going to use Animoto again. You used that for the first video that you made, this that kind of welcome video. And what I want you to do is, kind of do a visual presentation of your argument so far. Your project number 2 is an academic argument. So you want to establish that topic, some of the research supporting it, and make sure that you acknowledge and refute the opposition's main points. But you're going to use Animoto to, like I said, just lay out the argument that you're starting to create about whatever your topic is, body image, concussions in football, spanking. There's so many different topics that you guys have chosen, but what you're going to do is kind of start with that main idea. What are you arguing? Get both in visual and textual representation some of the main evidence supporting your stance, supporting your claim, and then acknowledge that counter argument and then come up with some kind of a conclusion. You can use anything that you want, but in Animoto you have music, you have the ability to put images in there, you can add text to it, you can add video clips to it, so you've got a variety of different things that you can do. It just needs to be a minimum of 2 minutes long, but it cannot be any longer than 7 minutes. And then what you're going to do is post it here for me, post the link to your Animoto, or you can change it into an MP4, that's fine. But you're going to also post it in the forum, and you're going to respond to 2 fellow classmates' videos. All right, so that's week 4 at a glance. If you have questions as you're moving through the assignments, let me know. Things are going to start to slow down, so take a big breath, deep breath. We're going to start to get into those final research parts, so we won't need as much of the extra, assignments that will build towards it. So hang in there, and if you have questions, let me know.